Hi guys, welcome back. I've had a few requests lately for some more postnatal routines, so that is what we are doing today. So this is going to be a total body postnatal routine, so safe if you've recently given birth and been given the go-ahead to get back into your workout. So of course there should be a period after birth, nothing, you are not working out at all. Once you have been given the go-ahead, this would be a perfect routine for just tightening everything up again. Works if you have had an ab split as well, because we are going to keep that nice and contained and not stress it or exacerbate it. So if you are ready for this routine, make sure you have a mat, a small ball, and a light to medium set of hand weights, and let us do it. So we'll start here just in a kneeling position, sitting nice and tall, navel drawing in, give the shoulders a nice little roll out. Take some nice deep breaths here. And circle the shoulders forward. So just getting everything nice and loose. And we'll take a seated cat-cow here. So inhale, lift the chest, fingertips press back, opening up. Exhale, round, tuck in. So these tucks are going to become a theme. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Tucks are good for strengthening the pelvic floor. I also should have said, you can do this routine if you're not postnatal. That's fine too. One more here. It works for everyone. And go ahead, release. So just give everything a little bit of a wiggle out there. And we are going to start here with another little cat-cow. More cat-cows. Let's cat-cow again, just in case. So hands and knees, you're gonna inhale, hollow shoulders, pulling back. Exhale, really draw up and tuck in, chin to chest. Do that a couple more times. So inhale, hollow, shoulders pull away. Exhale, tuck everything in. So we're just training it to tuck back in. And last one here. And then come back to the knees. So this is the point when you will need your light to medium set of hand weights. I am working with 1.5 kilos, about 3 pounds. So knees will be about hip distance apart here. If the knees are really sensitive, you might want to put like a little folded up blanket or cushion underneath them. I probably should be, but I'm just gonna roll with it and see how we do. So from here, you're going to have elbows pinned to the sides, pull shoulders back, palms facing forward. You're going to sit halfway back, so don't touch the butt fully to heels, bicep curl, and bring it up, squeeze the butt tight. So every time you come back, you're gonna pick up an egg in your butt, and then you're gonna crack it at the top. So pick up an egg, squeeze the butt so tight that you crack it. Really releasing the arms nice and slowly. Keep those elbows tight to the sides. So if the knees are really sensitive, you might wanna stay a little bit higher up with this one as well. So those deep knee bends might upset the knees a little bit. So you'll just stay a little bit higher up. And control those arms. Keep navel still tucked in nice and tight. That's the most important thing. Just keeping that tight. And give me 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. We're going to stay low here. So hold it there. Tuck the navel in even more. You're just going to serve out, pull all the way back. Serve it forward. Exhale, pull in. So those elbows will come all the way along the sides. You'll squeeze the midline of the back together and keep pulling navel in tight there as well. So you should feel a little burn through the tops of the thighs. Maybe arms are getting a little bit tired here as well. And again, we should be working the whole core. So navel is still pulled in tight, butt is squeezing. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's give the legs a little bit of a break. Why don't we? So bring it up here. Arms don't get a break though. You're gonna lift in front here. Soft bend in the elbows, palms facing in. Little tiny pulses. Lengthen through the spine. So really extending tall. Open it up up to the sides. So little pulses, up, 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 and wrap it to the front again. So don't think of this as just an arm exercise. Again, think of it as using the whole core. So you're staying really stable there, keeping the butt tucked under, navel tucked in. So one long, straight line. But let the legs just enjoy this little bit of a break. For now, one more time, we're going to wrap to the front, and then around to the side, and then we keep it at the side. So this time, as you sit halfway back, you're gonna do a lateral bicep curl, and it's a floating one. So tuck those hands into the shoulders, exhale, extend. So as you extend, we won't pop the elbows all the way straight. You'll keep a little bit of a bend in them. So a little bit harder here. Work a little harder to control it. And yes, I am regretting not folding my mat under my knees. Yes, I am, as I knew I would. Nothing like your kneecaps just grinding into a hard studio floor. Go for 5 and 4, 3, 2, last 1, and then again, stay low here. So bring the elbows into the sides, little W lift, pull in. Exhale, lift, pull in. So quads again should be burning here. And again, if the knees hurt too much to do this, stay up high, just go for those arms for now, and really focus on just keeping butt and navel tucked in tight. Otherwise, we make it a little bit more total body. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up for just a second here. So remember how I said the theme was going to be tucks? Here we go. So keep those weights just in front here. Nice bend in the elbows, so you're just gonna sit a little bit back here. That angle in the knees, I'll show you from the side, angle in the knees is going to stay the same in this one. So you'll take that little tilt, that stays there. You're just gonna tuck butt under and back. Tuck under, back. Tuck, release. So you should feel a nice little shake doing that. Tuck, release. Tuck, release. It really kills the quads too, not gonna lie. Shoulders down and back, tuck, release, tuck, release. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it up. Oh, huzzah. Put those weights off to the side now. Just like that, we're done with them. We're gonna go ahead and come down onto one side. So, all the way down. You can rest the head just in the palm. If that's uncomfortable for the neck though, you're gonna take it one step further and come all the way down like you're taking a nice little nap. So first things first here, make sure that the hips are stacked. We don't wanna be leaning forward or dropping back. So make sure you are fully on the side of the body. Take that top hand to the navel just for a second here and tuck in away from it. So keep that nice and tight. That's your source of stability. We're gonna take that bottom knee, bring it so that you have a right angle here with the torso. So you're gonna extend top leg long, push through the heel. Inhale on your exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. So I want you to take a look at that foot for just a second. What we don't want to see is the toes going up like that. So if you are really getting a high kick there, I would be a little bit suspicious, because really you shouldn't, because we're not using the hip. We're using and working the outer thighs and glutes. So take a look, make sure the foot stays parallel to the floor. You could even do a little bit extra correction there and tilt the toes slightly downward, lead with the heel. But make sure you are always pushing long through the heel rather than the toes or the ball of the foot. Exhale, lift. Inhale, release. Keep squeezing that navel in nice and tight. So you should be starting to get a little bit of a burn, maybe kind of a crampy feeling in that outer thigh and glute. Just know that that's not a real cramp. It's a false cramp. It's a trickster. Don't listen to it. Ignore it. Disregard. Go for 5, 4. If you were really crazy, you could use a band here, but well, no, because what would you attach it to? Because this leg's here. Never mind. Last 1, keep it there, and pulse it. So keep pushing long through the heel, tuck the navel in even more. Make sure again that you're not rolling back like this. That is a different thing. That is so much easier. You'll know if it's in the right spot because it'll feel really hard. It'll feel like there's a lot of resistance there, and you'll feel that kind of crampy feeling in the outer thigh and glute. So look for that feeling. That is the feeling that we want. Go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, if you thought that was bad, you're going to have to rethink because now that foot's going to come out in front here. So knees are in line. Again, you're pulling navel. Create like a little pocket here at the hips, and you're just going to tuck down into it. Foot still parallel to the floor. Exhale, lift. Inhale, touch. Exhale, lift. Inhale, touch. Keep those knees in line. Up and down. So if you thought it burned and felt crampy before, no, nothing. Nothing compared to this one. And it doesn't have to be a huge lift here. So maybe you're only lifting like a few inches. That is fine. That's actually quite a lot. I am burning. You're tired, little guy. We must press on. Go for 5, 4, 3, 2, keep it up on 1, I'm sorry. Pulse it. I'm so sorry. Squeeze the navel in tighter. But hey, this is not real pain. If you've gone through childbirth, I'm sure this is not real pain. So let's press on. Go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Not done there. You're gonna lift it back up, take it back around to that first spot. Touch, lift, touch, lift, touch, lift, touch. So it's just making that little journey. Touch, touch. Go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Go ahead, bring the knees in, stack them up. Come onto the forearm now. So elbow underneath shoulder here. Make sure you're staying nice and long through there so you're not collapsing into it. Palm and the knees are going to be in line here. So we are going for some modified side planks here. Generally, postnatal, you do want to avoid planks, like a standard plank, anything, planks because the navel hangs out, right? So your belly's hanging down and it can make an ab split a little bit worse if you have it. Side planks are the exception to this rule because they're pulling everything up and in. So, planks, here we go. So top hand can just come onto the hip here. You're gonna exhale, lift, inhale, touch back down. Exhale, lift, drawing in, touch back down. Up and down, up and down. So really pulling away from the mat. Go for 4, 3, 2, let's hold it on 1, reach that top arm up, hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release it down. Let's flip it around, come on to the other side. I mean, I wish we didn't have to, but we do, So let's just do it. Let's just do it, get it over with. So bottom knee again comes out here, so it's a 90-degree angle. And then that top leg is extending long, push through the heel. Inhale, exhale, lift up. Inhale, touch, exhale, lift up. Again, navel pulling in really, really tight here. Take a look at that foot. Make sure that it is horizontal. And like I said before, don't worry too much about the height on these. That will come over time as the strength builds and as the flexibility builds. For now, bigger concern is the length of that leg. So if you're like across from a wall, imagine you want to touch the heel to that wall. So push long through the heel and don't worry about the rest of it. Bottom side of the body, you are pressing down, grounding down into your mat. Just remember, this one's not that bad. Now we know. Now there are no surprises. Go for 5, 4, 3, 2. We keep it up on 1, little tiny pulses there. So ideally, nothing else should be moving other than that leg. So motion just stops right there. So that is all about, again, keeping the core nice and tight. Keep that motion in the leg. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it around to the front. Oh, it's like automatically the burn just like triples. So you're gonna exhale, lift, inhale, touch. Exhale, lift, inhale, touch. Exhale, lift, inhale, touch. And again, that lift could just be a few inches. That is fine. But squeeze the navel back into that little pocket you're creating there at the hips. The leg is just gonna get heavier and heavier. If you were super crazy advanced, you could do this with an ankle weight as well, but like, I don't know, that's a little crazy. I mean, you do you. Go for 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, get ready, pulse it. It's pulsing time. Keep pushing long through that heel. Everything's really steady here. I am shaking. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're gonna do those little traveling lifts. So lift it up, touch it back to that first spot, lift it up, back to the second spot. So make sure you are not rocking around on the hips here. You can rock around the Christmas tree, but you can't rock on the hips. Whoa, so seasonal, so festive. So keep that bottom side firmly pressed down. I don't know, the second side actually doesn't feel quite as bad, but I often find that that's the case. Do you agree or disagree? Let me know. And let's go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Press up onto that side. So forearm comes down here, knees in line with the palm, top hand to the hip. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, touch. Exhale, lift. So still, you're staying pressed away from that bottom shoulder. Really think of spreading across the chest and upper back. Exhale up, inhale down. Go for 4, 3, 2. We hold it on 1, reach arm up, hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Release it down. So from there, go ahead. Actually, let's give that a stretch. Before we go anywhere, let's give that a stretch. So you're gonna take a little pretzel position here. One leg is just gonna cross over the top. You'll twist toward it, give it a nice little hug in. So you'll know how hard you worked based on how good these stretches feel. That's your gauge. See, like I know I worked hard right there because that just felt delightful. Okay, now we'll move on. So now is where we grab that ball, our other favorite prop. So that ball is going to go just between the inner thighs here. Give it a nice tight squeeze, like squeeze it seriously. Really good for strengthening the pelvic floor. So feet here are going to be about hip distance apart. Toes can be down, toes can be lifted. I do not care. It's just whatever feels more comfortable for your ankles. I'll probably lift. Yep, probably lift. I have tight ankles. So hands can just be here on the knees. You're going to do a little tuck here. Theme is tucking. So you're going to release back a tiny bit, slight rounding in the back, and then exhale, tuck. So it's a release, tuck, release. As you do that, keep squeezing that ball nice and tight. So on that tuck, chest will lift, shoulders pull back. So really good way of strengthening the abs while avoiding crunches. And then before you know it, you'll be back to crunching in no time. Maybe you're not in any hurry to get back to crunching. That's fair too. And go for 3, 2, last 1. Stay lifted there, and you're just gonna squeeze in on that ball. So a little squeeze, 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 squeeze. Remember to breathe. Keep drawing navel in tight, really lengthening through the spine, lifting the chest, and keep squeezing there for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's put those two things together. So you'll do one tuck, squeeze, release, tuck, squeeze, release, tuck, squeeze, release, tuck, squeeze, release. So just because it's postnatal doesn't mean that it's easy. Go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. From there, you're just gonna put a tiny little C curve in the lower back. Still keep the hands, actually bring the hands to the backs of the legs here. Elbows going wide, and you're just gonna take a little tiny baby supported micro crunch. So, I mean, it's really not even a crunch. It is just a little mini tilt. And you could even stay a little bit higher in this. So if you wanna play it safe, stay a little higher, but keep that navel drawn in tight. And just little tiny crunches there. Give me 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take fingertips behind now. So you're not, again, sinking into it like that. You're pressing away nice and active. Keep that ball squeezed in tight. I want you to just lift up the right heel. So like 2 centimeters or almost an inch. Lift and release. Left heel, lift, release. Right heel, left heel, keep squeezing that ball. And let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hooray! Bring it down. Go ahead, roll all the way back down. That ball is not moving anywhere. It's our new friend, our new best friend, so keep it there. Feet, again, about hip distance apart, maybe even a little bit narrower. Hands just at the side, shoulders relaxed. Squeeze that ball as tight as you can. Inhale. On the exhale, you're gonna lift, squeeze the butt. Inhale, touch back down. Exhale, lift, squeeze. Inhale, touch down. Never release that squeeze on the ball. So ball is helping work the inner thighs. Something. There we go. Spit it out. Use your words. Let's do 5. And 3, 2, 1, make it a little micro one. So drop just a tiny bit, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze. Keep squeezing that ball nice and tight though, release, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, hold on 1, squeeze in on that ball. So butt stays lifted, just a little pulse, 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 pulse. Shoulders relaxed. Hello, inner thighs, welcome. Welcome to the party. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's make it a combo. So halfway release, squeeze, squeeze on the ball. So butt up, ball squeeze. Butt up, ball squeeze. Down, up, squeeze. Down, up, squeeze. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. So squeeze the butt as tight as you can. Squeeze that ball as tight as you can. Just hold it. Victory lap for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Finally, we can say goodbye to our new best friend, that ball. Hug the knees in here for a second. Give it a little rock out, just massaging the lower back here. We'll bring it up to a seated position. So hands behind. You're just going to cross that right ankle over the left knee. Flex the right foot so that you're locking the ankle in place. Hands behind. Right knee out to the side. Lift that chest up. So just getting that nice little glute stretch. And release. Other side. And release. Take the soles of the feet together here. Knees open nice and wide. And we can just make this a little bit more dynamic, so you can just lean into it a little bit. You could go forward and back. You could draw a little semicircle. Whatever feels good for you there. And go ahead, shake out the wrists here. Give the shoulders a nice little roll. Cross one arm in front of the chest. Take it behind. Other side, cross. And behind. Last little shake out there. And that is you done with that postnatal routine. So really great one for the total body. If you enjoyed this routine, be sure to give it a like and let me know down below. And of course, subscribe to see more videos every Monday. So see you guys in the next one. Bye.